Hi. Okay. I am super glad that you have taken the time to dive into this recording. It's only about 15 minutes, but honestly, it could be the thing that changes your life. Okay. We're going to take a quick sneak peek behind the curtain to see the business side of doTERRA. I truly see this opportunity as a gift. And if someone hadn't taken the time to share it with me, I would have missed out on life changing benefits and financial freedom. So, for me, since starting this journey, both my husband and I feel better every day. We've been able to make lasting lifestyle changes for our kids because of what we've learned here. As a mom, having natural solutions right at my fingertips for things like pink eye, ear infections, even everyday sniffles has been priceless. It's been so empowering to my kids. I can't even begin to say. It's meant fewer missed school days. It's meant fewer trips to the doctor and so much peace of mind. But the best part is that our kids are actually growing up immersed in this lifestyle, setting them up for generational health that's going to last forever for my kids, for my grandkids, for my great grandkids, right? So check out what a few other doTERRA advocates said when we asked them, what does your doTERRA business mean to you? For Lindsay, it's all about all about freedom, being able to homeschool her kids, travel, enjoy time with her family, all while inspiring her kids to build their own future. Ashley loves how the business keeps her consistent on her health journey, but it's also providing meaningful residual income for her. Tracy values the community that she's found here, where she can pursue a passion, contribute to her family's health, and gain financial stability alongside of other incredible women. Okay. And then Jess. Jess is my girl, mom of a toddler and twin 1-year-olds. Okay. For her, it's about balancing motherhood, but also having a fulfilling career and building bonds with like-minded entrepreneurs. Hi. So these are just a few examples of how doTERRA can actually change lives. It leads perfectly into what I'm going to talk to you about next, where we're going to share the difference between hauling buckets and building a pipeline. Most of us are used to trading time for money, right? We go to work, we give up our time, we get paid. But we're constantly hustling just to get by. So with doTERRA, you actually have the opportunity to build a sustainable income that doesn't require you to be on the grind 24/7. So let's dive into that. Okay. In doTERRA, you'll often hear people talk about building a pipeline. And let me tell you where this idea comes from. So there was a woman who earned her living by carrying heavy buckets of water from the river back to her village every day. Okay. It was hard work, but it paid her a little each time. So whenever she needed extra money, she would go spend more time, work longer hours, hauling the buckets back and forth, back and forth. But as the years went by, hauling these buckets began to take more of a toll on her. She was exhausted and wanted something better. A way to support herself and her family without the constant strain and endless work hours. So then she had a light bulb moment and she thought, what if I built a pipeline from the river to my village? She knew that it would take extra time and effort on top of her regular work, but she began to dig and lay the foundation. After a few years, the hard work paid off. With the pipeline complete, she could now turn on the water whenever she needed it. No more hauling buckets, and her village had a steady supply of water all the time, but she had security and freedom. Okay. So, in many jobs, we're often hauling buckets. We're getting paid only when we're actively working. But with doTERRA, you are building a pipeline. You're building a business that with time and dedication, it can continue to provide income even when you take time for yourself. And we're going to hear some specific stories about that really stuck with me as I was considering this business opportunity. Okay. So it's all about creating a future where your time is spent living and not just working. That's all gone. So I'm going to be real with you, okay? When I first thought about doTERRA, I was a complete skeptic. I was honestly hesitant to take the leap because I truly didn't know if people would even care about improving their health. Likely because until the day I decided to join doTERRA, I had literally never taken, here, you want some of this? I had literally never taken care of my own health. So I was just used to, at that point, focusing on everybody else, right? Taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband, making sure everybody's taken care of. That I was basically just getting through life with blinders on. So I honestly had the thoughts in my head, like, will people even want this? Do people even want help for their health? How do I know? I didn't. So But as I've gotten into this business, I've realized the reality is very different from that. Okay. Almost everybody I talk to is dealing with something. In fact, my upline, when I was thinking about this, she said to me, Carrie, what are two things that people always talk about? The weather and their health, right? How many people who say, oh, I slept terribly last night. Oh, the kids kept me up. I couldn't fall asleep. Oh, every time I walk, my knee is killing me, right? Like those are things that people say on a regular basis. People need answers. So here's just a few statistics to kind of support that story. 70% of Americans have a metabolic disorder. Over half of the kids in the United States are overweight. And 70% of young people can't even qualify for the military because of health concerns. So this is where doTERRA comes in. They've created products that are specifically designed to address these challenges, and they actually work, right? You heard the testimonials that I've given so far. I'm going to be giving more of those. But people don't just try the doTERRA products, they actually stick with it because it truly helps them. doTERRA has a 75% customer retention rate, which is unheard of in the industry. All right. The average for the network marketing industry is 12 to 18% customer retention, which means the customers that are coming back. So this shows just how much people actually love and rely on their doTERRA products for bettering their health. So now, with the cost of living being up, many families are looking for ways to earn a little extra. doTERRA offers you a way to do that while staying healthy and being a part of a team that's with you every step of the way. She's literally drinking my green drink right now, and I have the ability to make the money to pay for my supplements, right? So that that's not having to come out of pocket from other jobs, but I can make other residual income at the same time. All right. So if you're wondering how the pay piece works, doTERRA also stands out there. Their payout is the highest in the direct sales world. It's 48% compared to the average of 40% or less. So this company is transparent about earning potential, which is something that I really respect. So if you've been curious about how to earn, live better, and work with purpose, then this might be just what you're looking for. Okay, let's take a look at this chart to see how doTERRA compares to other companies. It's clear that the income potential here truly stands out. Now, I know money isn't everything, but let's be honest, financial stress takes a toll on families. We see it every day, especially in today's economy. The cost of living keeps rising, and the strain that it can place on marriages and our ability to even be fully present with our kids can be really difficult. So peace of mind when it comes to financial is huge. For a lot of us, reducing that stress would mean more stability, less worry, and the freedom to focus on what really matters. 1, 2, 3. So that's why so many people get into doTERRA, not only to improve their health, but to create a more secure future. So if you're wondering, could this actually work for me? You're not alone. Let's hear from a few people who have seen real transformation in their lives, financially and beyond, thanks to doTERRA. And these are some things that really, really stuck with me. Okay. So we have Susanna's story, honoring a legacy. Susanna has been building her doTERRA business for about 10 years, and her journey has created a true pipeline of support for her and for her family, even across generations. Hang on 1 second. So Susanna's mom also even started her own doTERRA business underneath Susanna, right? She had been working her business for about 4.5 years before she actually passed away. But because doTERRA is a legacy company, she was actually able to will her business to her husband. So her business didn't stop when she did. Susanna's dad now inherits between $7,000 and $9,000 every month just from the business that Susanna's mom created. That totals over $100,000 a year that he is still getting from the work that Susanna's mom did. Huge, right? So Megan's story, if we look at Megan's husband was actually diagnosed with leukemia, and she wanted to be able to stay by his side. So thanks to the strong foundation that she had built with her doTERRA business, her team kept growing, and she was earning around $5,500 a month, even when she took that break from her business to stay by her husband's side. After her husband completed his treatments, she returned to her business that stayed strong even in her absence, supported by her team and the reliable systems that we have put in place. Okay. The next story is my story. From burnout to balance. So when I came to doTERRA, I came from another business where I felt like I was constantly carrying buckets. I was pouring in hours, but not seeing lasting progress, right? The grind left me feeling burnt out and ready for something different. In fact, I actually even remember a trip that my family took to Florida, right? Family trip to Florida. I brought work with me. I brought work with me and I ran an event while I was in Florida because in my head, I knew that that's how I was going to make my paycheck that month. That shouldn't have to be, okay? I should have been able to just enjoy the time with my family and be able to step away from my business. So with doTERRA, I finally found the true pipeline business, okay? I'm not starting over at zero every single month. I have that customer retention that keeps coming back, so I can step away if I need to. I have joined a team that has proven systems that allow me to work smarter and build something sustainable. Another really good thing for me is that I didn't need a health background. I told you I knew nothing about health when I came into this business. But because of the support of my leader and the systems that this team has put in place, I was able to learn and grow. And now I feel very confident sharing this with other people. Okay. So I'm not just chasing short term results anymore. I'm truly building that business that's going to continue to work for me year after year after year. All right. And then Rhonda started her doTERRA business about 18 months ago, and it's allowed her to give her college age son, Isaac, the gift of tuition assistance without any extra loans or out of pocket expenses for her. All right. So, like many students, Isaac's busy schedule does not leave much room for balanced meals. So, he relies on the doTERRA supplements to stay energized. Since he was a regular customer, Rhonda was able to add him to her team. He now earns over $500 a month just from what she has been able to build underneath him. Just incredible, right? This income comes from that pipeline that she's built and it provides him with support while he focuses on his college career. It is just absolutely incredible. Each of these stories shows how how doTERRA can create lasting change for our families, providing income that goes beyond just making money. It's about real freedom and security, something that anyone can work toward with the right support. So think to yourself, like, could this be beneficial for you and your family? All right, we're going to end with this quote from Stephen Covey. If the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step we take just gets us to the wrong place faster. Okay. This really hits home. It's not just about working hard, it's about making sure that hard work is aligned with the right company and the right bigger vision. So I want to ask you this question. Where is your ladder leaning? If you don't make a change, okay, if you keep things exactly how they are, where will you be in 1 year? Where will you be in 3 years? Where will you be in 5 years? This is a process that I had to go through. And I thought to myself, okay, if I'm bringing work with me to a family trip to Florida, how is that going to be any different in a year? How is it going to be any different in 5 years? I am always going to have to work day in and day out to get the paycheck that I desire. So maybe if you're feeling that way, maybe it's time to lean your ladder against a different wall. So as we wrap up, I just want to emphasize that what we've shared today is just a quick glimpse into the incredible opportunity. If you're curious and I think you might be at this point, I would love for you to join our monthly Learn More event where we actually dive deeper into what doTERRA has to offer for the business. So if you are interested in that, I will be in contact with you. But that's it. I'm going to you've made it to the end of the presentation. What I want you to do is I want you to text me the word opportunity. Okay. Text the word opportunity to 716-466-1212. I'm going to send you a survey in that where I will be able to get some insight of how impactful was this for you? What were your takeaways from this so that I know how best to follow up with you? There is no pressure here. This is just a glimpse into the business so you can see, is this something that you think could be beneficial for you, for your family? But the survey is also a place where you can ask me questions. If there's anything that was left kind of unclear, What are you wondering? Where are you at? Are you thinking that you could potentially lean your ladder against a different wall? So text the word opportunity to 716-466-1212. I will get you that survey, and I would love to connect with you more to figure out if this could be the opportunity for you.